All right, I am super excited to do this video. We bought this Clearlight Sanctuary 2 sauna behind me about 2 years ago, and we did a video on that, and this is the follow-up video to that video, along with question and answers and just a quick tour and overview. So let's do this.
Graham's on a road trip.
So with that being said, I'm just a guy.
Average guy, wife and kids.
I don't work for Clearlight. No sauna companies or influencers are telling me what to say. Basically, we've been using this sauna for a couple years now, and it's been a workhorse. The sauna is just as good as it was when we bought it 2 years ago as it is today. So these are just my opinions. I'm not a doctor. If you got medical questions or things like that, go to your doctor, find out if you should be using a sauna or maybe you should be doing something else. So like I said, just my opinions, but I'll jump in and kind of give you guys a quick tour and show you what it's all about. So before I jump into the tour, I just want to let you know I am breaking this video up into chapters. I know some parts of this video might not pertain to you. Maybe you've done all your research and you know you want a sauna, you're just trying to figure out which one you want to get. So why the far infrared sauna? And more importantly, why the Clearlight Sanctuary 2 sauna, which is behind us? Well, first and foremost, just to let you know a little bit about myself, I am a traditional sauna guy. That's what I grew up with. I was a wrestler, and if you know anything about wrestlers, we always did stupid stuff trying to lose weight. One of them was sitting in a traditional sauna, so that's all I knew. So if you're like me, you probably watched the Joe Rogan and Rhonda Patrick podcast where she goes over a lot of the scientific benefits and health benefits and all that kind of stuff of using a traditional sauna. So of course, when I looked at that, I was going, wow, that makes sense. That's awesome. I mean, of course, a lot of folks out there did the same thing. So when we went to upgrade our bathroom, we were pulling out a soaker tub and we're going, this would be perfect timing. We can put in a sauna and go from there. It's going to be fantastic. And of course, when I started doing a bunch of research on the traditional sauna and if it was going to work in our house and how much remodeling it would take, it was just like, it's just not gonna work there. And so then from there, I stepped back and I started looking at the far infrared saunas. And I'll tell you what, that felt like a consolation prize at the beginning, to be honest. I mean, that is not what I was looking for. But this far infrared sauna has just blown my mind. I mean, this has far exceeded my expectations. And if you're on that fence and between the two types of saunas, I'll tell you, the far infrared sauna, you will not be disappointed. Why did I come across the Clearlight one? Well, first and foremost, to be completely honest, I like the look of the sauna. This sauna looks awesome. And a lot of people, when you're buying saunas, you're putting it in your house. Well, that thing's almost like a piece of furniture, right? So this sauna, I love the look of it. The Sanctuary sauna is completely open. And, if you're the kind of person that's a little bit more claustrophobic, you don't like them tight areas, this sauna, you definitely won't feel that way at all. And for us, it was real important because we're putting it in our bathroom. Our bathroom's not huge, so we didn't want it looking smaller. So we thought, well, this will look really good in here too, and open it up. So now, there is a lot of saunas out there, and I've talked to people all the time, and they're going, you know what, I'm just going to go with that big box brand sauna. It's cheaper. I like the idea of that one. And a lot of times they haven't done their research. I mean, you're out there buying a cardboard,
There's nothing.
and you're not getting the same quality. I'm not going to name names, but you can go out and do your research like I did and figure it out because I researched the hell out of this stuff. But what I liked about Clearlight is the woods they use are formaldehyde free. It's real solid wood. When this thing comes to you, it comes on a pallet and it's heavy as hell. And so that's one thing that I liked about it. I like they had a couple different options. Now this is a cedar version of the sauna. They also have basswood. However, they don't do the cedar anymore. They do the mahogany, which the mahogany is pretty awesome because apparently it's more resistant to dents and more resistant to like scratches. The other thing that really appealed to me with the Clearlight sauna was the low EMF. Now, I'm not going to sit here and claim to you that Clearlight's the lowest EMF, but I can tell you it's not the highest, okay? So when you're out there researching saunas, that is something that you're going to want to keep in mind. I don't know how important that is to you, but it is something to consider because everything out there emits EMF. So don't let people try to tell you that the saunas are so bad because they emit EMF. Everything does. Your cell phones do. The human body emits EMF. If you exercise, you emit more EMF. Hair dryers, cell phones, everything. So keep that in mind as you're looking at the saunas because that is something to consider. I think part of that has to do with how well built the sauna is, how reputable the company is. If you've got some company that's jumping into the sauna game and they haven't spent a lot of time and research on that, you might want to consider that. Now, the other thing I like about the Clearlight sauna is over some of the other competitors out there is it actually had the capabilities to get hotter, okay? Now, I will tell you, if you're the kind of person that you're looking for that 200-degree temperature sauna, don't go with a far infrared one because far infrared saunas are not going to get to 200 degrees unless you completely hack it or do something out there that I don't know that somebody can do. This is not going to be the way to go, okay? But the nice thing about the Clearlight Sauna is, opposed to just having the far infrared black panels back here, Clearlight actually has a technology of full spectrum heaters that they add to the front of the sauna, which I'll show. In addition to that, you can actually upgrade the sauna and add a third full spectrum heater, which we did, okay? I'm the kind of person where I like the sauna getting as hot as possible, and that's just who I am. Now, my wife, she doesn't like the sauna as hot. So that's what's really cool about this type of sauna here, is you can shut off the full spectrum heaters if you don't want them on. Maybe you don't want that much heat in front of you, or you can shut off the third full spectrum heater. I mean, it gives you that flexibility to choose what you want to do. Now, with that being said, anyone that tells you on YouTube, or anyone that claims out there that these full spectrum heaters do not make the sauna hotter, are completely inaccurate. I actually did a test. It's a 3-step test with just the far infrared panels, then the 2 full spectrum heaters, then all 3 full spectrum heaters in the far infrared panels. And every single step brought the temperature up 20 to 25 degrees. Now, like I said, you might not care about that. You might be going, you know what, I'm perfectly comfortable with it being around 130 degrees or so. I'm good with that. I don't need the other heaters, and that's fine. You do whatever works for you. One of the main factors that's going to affect the heat on these saunas, or probably any sauna in particular, is going to be your ambient room temperature. So our sauna set up in our bathroom. If you put it in your basement, of course, that's going to be a colder ambient room temperature. It might take your sauna longer to heat up. I've seen people put them in their garage. So keep that in mind. The other thing I did not know that would affect this sauna was the sauna placement is right up against a wall, and across the wall is our backyard. I've noticed with this sauna is, being that it's right next to that wall, even if the bathroom is 75 degrees, and normally the sauna would heat up to 160, 165 real easily, if it's cold outside, it actually takes longer to heat up. In fact, that happened a few days ago. I actually used a sauna, and it wasn't getting as hot. I'm like, what the heck is going on? Well, we got dumped on like 30 some inches of snow. And even though the bathroom temperature was the same, being that it was right next to that wall, it was so cold outside, it actually did affect the sauna heat up. So keep that in mind with your sauna, because we actually have had people comment and go, well, my sauna only got to this temperature, and your guys' sauna gets to this temperature. That's an important thing to take into consideration. So tour time. This is a 2-person sauna. Clearlight's got 1-person saunas, they've got outdoor saunas, they've got all sorts of stuff, corner saunas. So definitely do your homework on what size sauna you're gonna want or that you're gonna need. Being that this is a 2-person sauna, it's perfect for me and my wife. Just kind of scoot over, you can kind of see how much more room there is on the side here. So this sauna's worked out great for that. Of course, if I use it myself, I can just sit sideways, my knees bent. If you want a little bit bigger sauna to stretch out, you can do that as well. So you can notice right here from the outside of the sauna that it is completely open with glass. And this thing is sealed. It's very easy for me to get this sauna temperature up to about 170 degrees. It's so insulated to where if I open the door for 10 seconds, the temperature will drop 15 degrees. I close the door, it jumps right back up to 170. So it definitely keeps its heat in. And like I mentioned earlier, I do like the lights on the outside. I think that's a pretty cool touch. And the sills, these are quality sills. I'll tell you what, these sills look the exact same as they did 2 years ago. So sitting inside the sauna, you can actually see how the heaters kick on. All 3 of them will kick on at the same time. And if you do get the 3rd full spectrum heater here on the door, just keep in mind that you do have to do some kind of keypad magic to get it turned on. So if you don't know how to do that, we actually have a video on that as well on our playlist, and we'll show you how that works too. Now, one thing that bugged me a lot of times on these sauna review videos is nobody actually shows anything up close. You can see these black far infrared panels here, and you can see, I mean, this is solid wood here. So I like that because these things do put off some heat. You have some down on your legs here, and then they actually cover you completely around because they're on your back as well. Lighting in this sauna is pretty awesome, but you can also tell that they have this nice touch of LED lights on the inside. So that makes it look nice. Like I said, when you're looking at these saunas, Clearlight's actually thought of a lot of things to make it look nice, to make it look classy, because people are putting these saunas in their house, and They want it to look good. The other question that we get sometimes are the Bluetooth speakers. How good are they? These speakers are awesome. I've never had an issue with these speakers linking up with the phone. There's also a little bit of light therapy in here, and I will tell you it's not like the red light therapy. If you're looking for red light therapy, make sure you upgrade your sauna to the red light therapy. That is getting really, really popular with Clearlight, so I highly recommend looking into that. But these lights are just, you can just kick them on to different colors. You know, I'm sure there's health benefits to it, but I'm kind of I look at it kind of like a mood thing.
Chill, Rocket. Who's from?
Right here, this is like a vent. You can actually open this door here, and it vents to the outside. The other thing I wanted to touch on is what my wife calls the hot box. Now, I love this thing because what's nice about it, it's just got a magnet to pop open. And basically on the inside, this is where you can lay like your cell phone, your tablet, and you can plug it in and charge it at the same time. So that's a really sweet feature on this sauna. And I will tell you, it does work. I'm not saying I'm a huge fan of having the cell phone in the sauna. I'm not telling you to do that, but most people do, or most people want to just have it in there and watch YouTube or something like that. You can actually put it in here and it will keep it a little bit cooler. The other thing no one ever touches on is the keypad. I'm the kind of guy I like to see how the keypad works. So I wanted to make sure we covered that here, but you click it on with the power button there, real simple. You can set your time. It's set at 60 minutes right now. The temperature when it comes on, it's going to tell you what the temp is. At the beginning, it's at 90 degrees right now. On our particular sauna, we can turn it up to 175. I know not every sauna has that option, but ours says 175. There's also the inside lights, okay, and then there's the outside lights, which includes these lights down here and the outside lights. So keep that in mind. And then full spectrum down here is basically going to be your full spectrum heaters in the front of the sauna. You can actually set them to 75, 100%, 50%. That's the power output on them. So that's off. So they're going to shut off there. There's also a reserve button. So basically if you wanted to set the sauna to come on at a different time later, you can set that right there as well and switch it back and forth from Fahrenheit to Celsius. The other thing you can add to this sauna is aromatherapy, and this thing works. It's pretty cool. You just add some essential oils to it. You flip this on, and it definitely works really well. I've been pretty impressed with that because I didn't really know what to think, but definitely a cool feature for the sauna. The other thing I really like about this sauna is you can actually flip the seat over. So if you wanted more of a flat seat, you can go that route. I've actually got it set up. It's kind of like a wavy design, so that makes it a lot more comfortable. Then, of course, the back kind of curves in a little bit as well to make it more comfortable too. The other feature that I highly recommend you add to your sauna is this backrest. I'll tell you what, I knew this thing was going to be cool, but I didn't realize how much I would use it. This thing is awesome. The other accessory that we added to this sauna is called Halo Therapy. I'll tell you what, this box is awesome, and we actually have a video about this system here that you can actually watch on our channel as well. This thing is proven to work really, really good in this sauna. Definitely, if you know anything about salt therapy, it's very powerful, especially with the benefits you get, almost like using that humidifier, but way more advanced than a humidifier. And like I said, it works perfect in this sauna and actually fills up the cabin of the sauna really, really good. So check out that video if you want some more information on that. Now, like I said, this sauna has been a workhorse over the last couple years. I can't say that for other saunas, but I know this sauna. If you want to know how much I use it, on average, I'm probably in this sauna about 3 times a week, typically running at about 150 to 170 on the temperature Fahrenheit, and usually about 25 to 30 minutes. I think if you take the average person out there and ask them how often they use their sauna, they probably go gung-ho at the beginning and use it a bunch like any other piece of exercise equipment. And then after a while, they might tailor it down to 1 time a week, maybe once a month. This sauna has been used. So being that the fact that it's still working as good as it is, and the temperature's still good, the seals are good, everything's good, that is a testament to Clearlight and to the quality of their sauna. Okay, so now to the main event, which is the Q&A section of this video that I promised you. We have gotten tons of comments, tons of questions, and so what I tried to do is go back over the last 2 years and compile a lot of the questions that we received and see if I could kind of answer them. Do I need to upgrade the power for my outlet or for my sauna? That really depends on what sauna you're going with. All I can talk to is the Sanctuary 2 because that's the one that we have. If you want to get a Sanctuary 2 sauna, you're actually gonna have to upgrade your outlet to a 120/20, okay? So keep that in mind, the 20 amp. And I'll put a picture in the video here as well, just so you can kind of see. Clearlight does all the homework on it and gives you the proper wire and everything. You just gotta make sure the outlet's set for that. If you wanna upgrade to the third full spectrum heater, or maybe you wanna upgrade to the red light therapy, you're actually gonna have to upgrade your outlet to a 120/30, okay? So keep that in mind. You're not gonna just get your sauna and with the third heater, plug it in and everything's gonna be peachy. You do have to do a little bit of upgrading there. Now, with that being said, do not, okay, I repeat, do not go get some kind of adapter that you plug into the wall to make an adapter for your sauna. Don't do it.
Oh, Jesus God.
Second question, is the third full spectrum heater worth it? Well, again, that depends on you. I mean, do you want a sauna that's gonna get as hot as possible? Then yeah, I mean, look at the third full spectrum heater. Like, if you're okay with it not being that hot, you don't need 150, 170 degrees, don't add the third full spectrum heater. There's a lot of health benefits and some research out there that I think is still being done on red light therapy, and that is a really cool device that Clearlight sells as well. I would say probably more people are getting the red light therapy than they are getting the full spectrum heater upgrade. So keep that in mind. The sauna already does come with 2 full spectrum heaters, and that's on again the Clearlight Sanctuary 2. But if you don't want to add the third one to the door and you want to look at the red light therapy, definitely take a look at that. Okay, number 3 is aromatherapy. Now, like I showed earlier, that is an accessory you can add to the Clearlight sauna here, and it works. I love it. I've added, like I said, I've added the essential oils to it, and it's a pretty cool little device that not a lot of people talk about. Okay, the fourth question we get a lot is an app. Does Clearlight have an app for their saunas? The answer is yes, they do. I will tell you, I don't use the app a lot. In fact, hardly ever. I used it at the beginning, a couple years ago. I thought it was kind of cool. I don't think it's as user-friendly, and I don't think they've put as much time into the app as they have into building saunas, which I think is a good thing, because really that's what's important, is building the sauna. But so I'm not a huge fan of the app, but I will tell you they do have an app if it's something that you want to consider using. But check out our comments in our original video from a couple years ago. There is some folks in there that have used the app and they really like it. All right, so you watch the entire video and you're going, you know what, I love the idea of a far infrared sauna. Where do I go to buy it? What do I do? Well, first, I'm going to tell you, there's a lot of good dealers online that you can go to. There's a lot of shady characters online. Now, you're making a big investment. This is an investment in your health, in your family's health, and something you're going to be using. You want to make sure that you're not spending thousands of dollars with some kind of shady character out there, and they're out there. So definitely do your homework. If you've got somebody you like, great, talk to them. But I will tell you, I'm just a guy. I look at what our viewers say. I look at where our viewers are buying from and who our viewers like. And the one person I probably would recommend if you want to reach out to somebody is Julie Bishop. I'm going to put her contact information in the video. And it's also going to be in the informational section under the video as well, so you can check that out. You'll be able to reach her. I'll have her picture here too. What I like about Julie is she doesn't just sell somebody a sauna and then forget about them. And if you've bought anything from shady characters out there, you'll know that a lot of times they sell you the product, they'll spend all this time selling it to you, and then all of a sudden they're gone. She doesn't do that. Our viewers have come back and they've said, hey, you know what, Julie's been great. Not only did she help me pick the right sauna that I needed, but she also has been there for me even after I got the sauna and I put it together. That's really important. You want to make sure that you're working with somebody like that that's going to be with you for the entire life cycle of your sauna, right? The other tip I'll tell you as well, if you're going to work with Julie on a sauna, is make sure you mention grams on a road trip. What she's been doing is she'll throw in a backrest, which I went over earlier, that I love. And she'll also throw in the aromatherapy. So make sure you mention grams on a road trip, so that way she throws them 2 things in. All right, so after 27 to 30 takes on this video, trying to make sure that I covered everything I wanted to cover, answered all the questions I wanted to answer. If this was helpful for you, give us a thumbs up. Really appreciate that. And if you're the kind of person that's into saunas, of course, traveling, reviews of products, things of that nature, subscribe to our channel. We'd appreciate that as well. And don't forget, by all means, don't forget to leave comments, ask us questions, because we do read them and we will respond. So thanks again for watching our video.
Hey guys, this is the end of the video. Make sure that you like and subscribe for more great content that is ready to come. Peace out.